Hey guys, it's Charlotte. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same shirt I wore in my last video, it's because I filmed them in the same day. Okay, so today's video is going to be a chat with Char / story time. So I just wanted to do a little bit of a rant. This is not meant to like boost myself up or make others feel lower of themselves, but I just need to make it aware. I'm saying this now. I'm not an OG fan of everything, okay? Not an OG fan of everything. But there are a few things that when people talk about them and say like, oh my god, I've been a fan of blank since forever. I'm like, shut up. You only knew them because of like their like first hit. So an example of this is Selena Gomez. I've been a fan of her since Barney, so you can shut up if you like think you were. I was always Team Cody. Sweet Little Zach and Cody, everyone was like, oh my god, I love Zach. Like, Cody's such a nerd. Like, I love Zach. But now they're crawling back to Cody, Cole Sprouse. And they're like, oh my god, Cole Sprouse is so cute. Oh my god. And I'm like, I've always been Team Cody. Like, everybody else who wasn't Team Cody, like, since the beginning of the days. And you can, like, you can go back to Zach because that's who you were before. You can't, like, switch sides. No. I was always Team Cody. Yeah, so I was Team Cody. Cody. Another one is kind of recent, but Stranger Things. Like, I watched it, I think, 2 days after it was released. I'm not saying, like, oh my god, I'm better than you. Like, by saying these things, I'm just, like, I don't know. I introduced, like, literally all my friends to watch it. Like, I literally screamed at my friends to watch it. I think I convinced, like, at least 10 people to watch it. So, yeah. I have a fan account, like, I'm a huge fan. I knew 21 Pilots, like, who they were before anybody on Musical.ly was shaking their hands to Stressed Out. I am really annoyed with this. I'm not a hardcore 21 Pilots fan, but I knew of them. I listened to their music way before Stressed Out was famous. I knew Stressed Out, like, when it was released. I introduced my friends to Stressed Out, and then all of a sudden, like, 2 months later, it became famous on Musical.ly. Everyone was like, when I was stressed out, and then it's like, gets played a million times on the radio now, and now everyone knows what it was, but I knew what it was, like, 2 months before, like, or, like, actually, no, I knew what it was, like, way before it was famous, and I introduced all my friends to it, but then, like, now it's famous, and I'm like, oh, like, I knew of it, like, way before, like, I knew who 21 Pilots was, like, way before it became famous. That's another thing. I knew MELANIE way before the Crybaby album. I knew her when she was on X Factor, when she did the Toxic remix. I love her Toxic remix. Oh my god. I love her music. Okay. I really like her music to today. Like, I love her. And everyone, like, after Crybaby, everyone's like, oh my god, I love MELANIE. Like, get out! Ugh. Like, I've been a fan of her before Lauren Beach was shaking her wrist to Mrs. Potato Head, or whatever song they do on Musical.ly, because I don't have Musical.ly, but I've also been an OG fan of Tana Mojo. Like, this isn't really a big one, but, like, yeah, I've watched her since, I think she had, like, 30K. I don't know. I'm just, like, an OG fan of a lot of things. I'm not, like, trust me, like, I hate when people are like, oh my god, I've been an OG fan of this, and, like, they're actually not. That's why when I'm not an OG fan of something, but I like it after, like, everyone starts liking it, then I, like, admit it. I'm, like, I'm not, like, oh my god, I was an OG fan. Like, I just, like, say, like, oh, like, I haven't been a fan of it since the beginning. Like, yeah. Like, Pokemon, I don't know any of the Pokemon's name. I had Pokemon Go, then I deleted it because it was annoying. But I admit, like, I don't even know what Pokemon is. I only know Pikachu, Charizard, I know the names of some of them, but, like, I don't know, like, what XP means. Like, I am not a Pokemon fan, and, like, I'm admitting that. I just think it'd be really cool. Okay, so you know the movie Coraline? Coraline gave my sister nightmares. It scared my sister so bad, but I love Coraline. Like, to this day, like, I love it so much. It's such a creepy concept, and it's, like, animated, like, okay, imagine how creepy it is now. Imagine it unanimated, like a real life movie. Like, no, like, Coraline is, like, unicorns and rainbows. Like, I mean, like, what's the name? There's a word for it. But unanimated version of Coraline, that would be so scary. Imagine, like, a real life version of the Grim Reapers, because you know how Grim Reapers have like different versions of sort of fairy tales, like Ariel, like in the Grim Reapers version, like she tries to sew her legs back together into a tail, and then like she jumps into the ocean, becomes sea foam or something. I don't know, because the prince cheated on her. There's like Grim Reaper versions of fairy tales. Like wouldn't that be cool if they made like a unanimated version of like Little Mermaid, like Grim Reaper version? Like that'd be really cool. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of a story. I'm gonna tell you 2 stories actually. Ooh, 2 stories. Oh, okay, sorry. So the first one is really short, but basically when I got my house, or when my family got this house, there was no fencing and there was a little creek, and we were told multiple times that this creek was ours, like on our property, so we could go in the creek. So one day, me and my sister, after moving in, we decided to like go down to the creek and like, I don't know, like just like look. And this was like way before the drought in California started, so it was like filled. So we went down, like we were like just like watching the creek, I don't know. And then my neighbor comes out, and these neighbors are moving. 2 of my neighbors are moving actually, but a lot of my neighbors are old, like I don't have any kid neighbors besides like 2, but yeah, I have 2 neighbors moving. Anyway, the neighbor next to me comes out of her backyard and she starts yelling at me. Like I was like only 8, my sister was 9, 10, 11. She was like 11. Okay, she was like 11. I've literally been seeing the number 11 everywhere since I've watched it. Like literally, I've seen 11 everywhere. Anyway, so my neighbor comes out and she starts yelling at us like, "This is private property, get off my property." And then me and I start crying, and then we run up and we're like, ugh. So I haven't been down to that creek ever since that day. I don't even remember what it looks like, but we have fencing now that guards it, so like we can't go in the creek anymore, even though it is supposed to be ours. Yeah, that's kind of like, I wish we had that creek. Well, not had it, but like I wish we could go down without my neighbor yelling at us. Anyway, this next one is kind of a long story. Actually, no, it's not that long. So, basically, me and my family and a few of my cousins and 3 of my cousins and my aunt and my uncle, and their mom and dad, so my aunt and my uncle, all decided to go to we'd all decided to go to Tahoe. And it's snowing, we rent a cabin, and we're in this, we're like, I don't know why that's, I don't know. But it's cold, you know, a few of us got sick on that trip. Like, I was kind of sick the day this happened. But anyway, it was my first time skiing, and my mom, we'd go to the skiing place and there's classes. My mom accidentally signed me up for the advanced class. So, rookie mistake. So I go to the advanced class, even though it's my first time ever skiing. I don't know like how to ski. I don't know anything about skiing. And I was like, I don't know, maybe 10-ish. And so we go to the advanced class, and this skiing teacher is like one of those like dudes, I don't know. But he's like a surfer dude, and he's like one of those surfer dudes who's like, ugh, it's like snowing right now, so I have to like snowboard and ski. I don't know. But he's like one of those. And he seems really chill, but right when I get there, my mom's like, oh, it's Charlotte's first time skiing. And he's like, okay, like I'll make sure to like teach her how to stop and go. The class starts, he's like, okay guys, we're gonna start by going in a circle, just follow me. And he starts skiing right away, and I'm like, wait, like how do you do this? So everyone starts following him, because everyone also knows how to ski. So I start, and I'm like going towards him, and then all of a sudden, he like turns to do a circle, and I try to turn, and then I keep going straight. I'm like, oh shoot. And right in front of me, like 50 feet out, is a lake, and it's frozen. I can see it's frozen. It's a frozen lake, and it's deep. Like, it's like the snow's here, and then the lake's down here. The snow ends here, and the lake's down here, and it's frozen. So I'm heading at like rapid speed, like thunder speed towards this frozen lake. And I can't stop because I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to go. I don't know what skiing is. And my mom signed me up for this advanced class, so I start screaming at the top of my lungs, I can't stop! It's my first time skiing! Ah! I'm like, help! And then like I'm literally 10 feet in front of this lake, and I'm like rapidly, and I'm like planning my funeral, like my funeral's gonna be at Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow at 3, like come if you want. Like I seriously did not know what was happening. And then I'm like, help. And the surfer dude, the ski instructor is still, I can still see him zooming in circles, like what? And then I feel like arms on my shoulders stopping me, and I fall back, and it's my aunt. I'm like, oh, thank God. Someone saved me. Like, I almost died. So I start crying, obviously. And, not obviously, I just start crying because I almost died. And then, I mean, I probably wouldn't have died, but like still. The surfer dude comes up, and then I'm like, I'm like, you know, it's my first time skiing. Well, I didn't say that. I was like, it's my first time skiing. And he was like, what happened? I was like, I don't know how to stop or go because it's my first time skiing. He's like, oh, sorry. And then he just goes with his class. And I start crying, and my mom told me, he's like, you know what? My mom's like, you know what? You just go to the beginning class. Like, it doesn't matter. Just go. And I'm like, no. So I throw a fit. I start crying even more. And so, yeah, that's basically the time how I almost died skiing. And I haven't been skiing since. Like, I refused to go skiing. That was my first and my last time skiing. I'm probably never gonna go skiing again. I'm hurt by that. And, yeah, so, yeah, that was worst day of my life. So, thumbs up this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel and join the stars if you want to, or you don't have to if you don't want to. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.